The Denver Broncos have two players listed as out on their injury report ahead of their Week 10 matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. But before we talk about that, guys, I want to shout out the affiliate partner for today's video, Whitebeard Signworks. Use code BS30, link in the description below to save $30 off your first purchase on NFL LED team logo signs just like this really cool sign. Again, that is code BS30, link in the description below, and now back to your regularly scheduled content. Bringing in the Broncos injury report ahead of their Week 10 matchup against Kansas City, they do have two players listed as out in Delarrin Turner-Yell and Drew Sanders. Both of them are in the midst of their 21-day activation window to come off of injured reserve. Sanders with his Achilles injury that he suffered in the offseason, and then DTY with his torn ACL that he suffered against the Chargers towards the back end of the year. The Broncos have one more week to decide if they want to bring DTY back, or else he goes back on IR for the rest of the season. And then they have 2 more weeks to decide the same thing with Sanders. I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't activated DTY, to be honest. I think that he has a lot of value actually on special teams. Excuse me. I think that he has a lot of value on special teams, and I think that he would actually be able to bolster this unit and make it even better than they already are. And they're towards the top in a lot of special teams metrics. I think that DTY had a lot of positive special teams plays last year, and I think that the Broncos are hoping that he will pick up where he left off, but I am slightly surprised that he's not coming back for this game, where you're probably going to have to win a defensive and special teams battle at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens, man. I think DTY is going to have to obviously come back next week, or else he's going to go on IR, so odds are he will be back next week. Drew Sanders, I think that the Broncos want to be cautious with him. They want to be smart, but clearly they feel like he's close since they activated his 21-day window. So I think that they might push it towards the end of that window, similar to what they're doing with DTY. We might not see Drew Sanders until maybe the Falcons game or even possibly the Raiders game in Week 12. As far as Luke Wattenberg is concerned, he is listed as questionable as he's working his way back from the high ankle sprain. I'm hoping that he's able to go, because at this point, I think that we've kind of reached our ceiling with Alex Forsyth for this season. I think that Forsyth needs a little bit more time to develop. Wattenberg, he gives you a higher floor, albeit with a lower ceiling at the center position. So I think that the Broncos want to be more safe at that position at the end of the day. So I think that's why Luke Wattenberg is going to make his return most likely this week. Everybody else is full go on the injury report. So overall, the Broncos are very lucky to be as healthy as they are at this point in the season. Knock on wood, hopefully they stay that way. But obviously, we remember in 2022 how bad the injury bug was here in Denver. Ever since they replaced the strength and conditioning staff, and really, at the end of the day, they've just gotten lucky as well. The Broncos have been able to stay free of most major injuries, which is very good news. Again, knock on wood. All right, Broncos country, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And before we dip out of here, guys, we are getting so close to 4,800 subscribers. I believe we're just about 20 subscribers away, so I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe if you have yet to do so. It's free, it's easy, and it really does help me out a ton. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.